Hey guys, and Merry Christmas. Welcome to our very first Patreon movie commentary, Patreon-funded movie commentary. At that, I put up a poll of various Christmas movies, like The Polar Express, and so on and so forth, and out of all the choices, Jingle All the Way was the one that won. Narrowly, but it still won, so I have Mexi here with me, and he's gonna suffer with me, because I don't suffer alone. Oh no.
Why did you do this to me? Why? I wanted to be a nice guy, do a cool Christmas commentary, and this is what I get.
Well, you know, we could have had CGI Tom Hanks, but I guess that's not what the patrons wanted. And, yeah, this will be exactly like every other movie commentary, so if you guys need help syncing our audio to your video, look in the video description for instructions. Mexi, you know how we lead into videos, that's how we'll do it for this one, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Hokey cokey, Jingle All the Way. It's, how can I describe this? A bit of a satire on last-minute shopping at Christmas. I'm sure you've had a few of those escapades, eh, Mexi?
Oh, yeah, so I'm an active participator in Black Friday shopping. Like, I enjoy seeing just the mass chaos of humanity at its worst when it's trying to shop for itself during the holidays. Like, I just observe it, and it's great to watch. I never actively participate. I would never actually hurt anyone in a store, but damn it, it's fun to watch all the people who are just this close to doing it.
Bless. Alright, I'll give you a bit of the film's development while this schlock is going on screen right now. The film draws inspiration from the high demand for Christmas toys, such as the Cabbage Patch Kids and Mighty Morphin Power Rangers in the late 1980s and early 1990s, which often led to intense searching and occasional violence among shoppers. Randy Cornfield wrote the film's original screenplay after witnessing his in-laws go to a Santa Monica's toy store at dawn in order to get his son a Power Ranger. While admitting to missing the clamour for the Cabbage Patch Kids and Power Rangers, producer Chris Columbus, yes, the same Christopher Columbus who directed the first two Harry Potter movies, I believe, experienced a similar situation in '95 when he attempted to obtain a Buzz Lightyear action figure from the film Toy Story, released that year. I remember that one. My granddad stood outside a fucking Children's World, which is a store, a Children's World, like first thing in the morning, and bless him, he got it, and a couple of years later they came out with a new one, so fuck me and him, I guess. And Christopher Columbus rewrote Cornfield's script, which was accepted by 20th Century Fox, and Columbus was a bit of a weirdo. He was always attracted to the dark side of the happiest holiday of the year, so he wrote elements of the film as a satire of the commercialization of Christmas. Brian Levant was hired to direct the film. Columbus said Levin understood the humour in the material, very animated and excited, and he had a vision of what he wanted to do. Let's have a look here. Music by David Newman, and of course, the cast list. Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sinbad, Phil Hartman, God rest his soul, Rita Wilson, Jake Lloyd, Curtis Armstrong, Robert Conrad, and Jim Belushi. So, a bit of a star-studded cast.
You could have stopped at Sinbad and it would have been just fine. No, and I think Chris Columbus actually wanted Joe Pesci to be in this movie too, but he was actually deemed too short standing next to Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the weird thing is that Arnold Schwarzenegger didn't even sign up at the beginning. He actually signed on pretty late to the movie, and they had to rush filming. I think they only had, it was like a couple weeks or a couple months there to film all of Schwarzenegger's scenes. And when you're the main character, yeah, that's basically your whole damn movie.
Yeah, basically. Jake Lloyd. I would say between the two films that probably destroyed his life, he's worse in this one. I mean, he's a kid, so I can't blame him that much. I can't really blame him at all. It's not his fault for working with what he had.
There's a reason there's a separate category for awarding child actors. They're just not quite there yet.
What's your favourite Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, mate?
I'm gonna be real vanilla here and just say Terminator 2.
Yeah.
I really like him in the Terminator movies. And probably even this, because I never really watched too many Schwarzenegger movies. I know of them, like I know of Kindergarten Cop, I know of Running Man, but I've never actually sat down and watched all of them, so I'll probably get to that later now that I'm watching this.
Yeah, we should have a Schwarzenegger-thon at some point.
I'm so glad that you have announced that, because next year, Hellfire Cops 2018 Movie Marathon, Schwarzenegger-thon.
Well, first of all, no, it's Disney-thon free. Second of all, I make the announcements here. It's me! Me!
I think we can leave it up to the patrons.
Yeah, fair enough, mate, fair enough. So, I guess my next question would be, what's your go-to Christmas movie?
I knew you were going to get there, so I've actually been asked this way too much this year that I actually have my list, like, ready.
Wow.
Favorite Christmas movies: Gremlins, Die Hard,
Yes.
Tokyo Godfathers.
Ooh.
Yeah, because I'm a fucking weeb. And, the, Muppets Christmas Carol.
Bless your heart.
The Disney with, like, McDuck, Scrooge Christmas Carol.
Yes.
I had some other ones too, but yeah, you know, a lot of the classics, but I don't really like a lot of the old ones, so like Miracle on 22nd Street, A
24th.
Christmas Story. Yeah, that one. And
It's the 2 streets over version.
exactly, that's why I don't even like it. It's not even the right street. But that one and A Christmas Story. You know, those are classics, but never really got into them.
Wait, did you say Home Alone, or did I miss that?
That was the other one.
Okay.
It was Home Alone that... I prefer Home Alone 1 over Home Alone 2. Home Alone 2 is just too big and dumb for me. I can understand, like, maybe the like, middle-class white kid could spend a week by himself, but when he's alone in New York, it's like, yep, no, that kid's dead.
He's fucking dead on day 1. That's a really short, redacted version of the movie. But back to Jingle All the Way. Oh, wouldn't you know it, Arnold Schwarzenegger is a busy working man who tries to be there for his son's extracurricular activities, but wouldn't you know it, shenanigans happen at Christmas, and he's caught in traffic.
Dude, I am so glad that they made a movie based off of the BBC advert for the holidays. Did you see that one?
You've asked me this before, and I still haven't seen it, no.
Oh my god, it's like the best Christmas commercial! I was gonna bring up Christmas commercials later in this commentary, but nope, we're doing it right now. What are some of your favorites?
Let's see. John Lewis always does good ones, I think. I'm struggling to actually find a particular one. So, you know what? Instead of commercial, I'll go with advert, because they are different. Especially BBC versus, like, ITV. Just Coca-Cola. Holidays are coming, dun, 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 dun. You know, Santa giving the fucking propaganda with drink these carbonated beverages that rot your bones and whatnot.
Giving it to polar bears as they slowly die off due to global warming.
Here, this will melt the polar ice caps faster.
Hooray! I'm sure someone has done a gross political cartoon where it's just a polar bear in the water, like surrounded by empty Coke bottles. Someone's done it.
Hooray! Now I can beat things up with more efficiency.
Now I can punch them with greater color force. I'm one step closer to being a real Power Ranger now. That's why this kid is signed up for karate. It's another part of, like, this movie's weird satire message, was the increase in signups for kid karate due solely because of Power Rangers.
Yeah. Did you sign up for karate?
No, I actually signed up for jiu-jitsu in high school, so close enough, but not quite.
I went for, like, 2 weeks before I got bored. I had a very short attention span as a child.
But that's something I really do like about this movie, is that it does have a message about Christmas, and it's not like the usual, and it does have that usual, you know, the holidays are about family, it's better to give than to receive, blah, 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 but it's saying it with so much more smarminess than most other Christmas movies. Like, this one tries to get a bit more of that realistic look at Christmas. Like, look, the dad isn't late for all your shit because he hates you, kid. You know, sometimes shit actually does fucking happen and your parents just don't show up.
Good question. Phil Hartman, why are you trespassing? He's a fucking G in this movie, by the way. All the women want his Phil dick.
I mean, do you see how well his house is decorated?
Well, that's Arnold's house, I believe. He's being too nice to the wife, if you will.
Oh. What are you doing on my wife's roof, sir?
It's the plaid. Women can't resist the plaid.
It's like one step from flannel. This was right before, you know, everyone got really into lumberjacks.
Mm-hmm. Time to make my dinner, I guess. I've been working all day.
And what have you been doing all day? Not putting up the decorations, I see. That was someone else's job. So what were your tasks?
What kind of Christmas decorations do you put up around the house? Not including the Christmas tree, obviously.
Oh shit, I'm not even at that state right now. But at my parents' house, yeah, you have the tree. There's the candy cane lane that they're building. My stepmom goes all out on, like, decorating. So they have a candy cane lane. I swear they have, like, a light-up reindeer somewhere in the front yard.
Oh.
Lights galore. All the trees are wrapped to look like candy canes. So I'm used to helping other people go all out on decorations, whereas my own house, yeah, nothing. I don't even have a tree.
Let's count the product placement as we go through the movie, by the way. I saw, like, a Kinect's plane downstairs. Obviously, there's a Hulk mask on the wall. It's all about commercialism, this movie. Jesus, Captain America, decades before the MCU.
Wolverine and Captain America in the same movie? This movie predicted everything.
Jamie, would you like it if I hung myself with your purple belt? Would that make you feel better?
Oh no, because they do say that suicides increase around the holiday season.
I don't know where that came from, I'm sorry.
That's an actual statistic, though. Dude, kid, you better acknowledge your dad. He's kind of Arnold Schwarzenegger. He will literally break your neck for not showing him love.
That was the greatest bit of acting Kaufman has ever done. Dear me, look at your father, I'm sorry.
How is this kid so miserable when he has a Captain America mural in his room?
Yellow, my favourite crayon. I'm just going to be shitposting all over this movie, by the way. I'm not taking it seriously at all.
It's Arnold Schwarzenegger in a Christmas movie with Sinbad!
Right, I'm going to say this outright. I don't think Jingle All the Way is a good and well-made movie. However, a little bit of an addendum on there. It is a so bad it's good movie. I would equate it to junk food. You eat it, it gives you a bit of a buzz, and then it's done, and you move on to better movies like A Muppet's Christmas Carol. But there is still a special place in my heart for it. That is mostly nostalgia, but I still enjoy it.
Agreed, yeah. And like junk food, sometimes it does give you the runs.
Yeah. Coruscant?
I wrote Santa. I told Santa all about what you did.
Oh no. Now Arnold's never gonna get that mayorship.
Arnold's never gonna find the chopper. Poor Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Oh my god, no. Oh, that just reminded me of me from back in the day. No.
Did you want Kung Fu Grips or did you want Rocket Fist Punch?
I just wanted a dad who was around.
Same.
No, I was actually well off in that regard because I had my granddad and a lot of male friends who I looked up to, so.
But anyways, about toys
yes.
and how we all want to buy them. Coming this season, Hellfire Com's commentator plush toys.
Oh yeah.
You squeeze the MBM doll for a nihilistic quote or a speedrun fact. You don't know what you're getting, so might as well keep trying.
Oh, I can't believe back in the day, one of my friends, Sam, she actually made an NTom 64 plushie out of carpet wires or something. That was adorable. Dramatic zooms are my fucking fetish, by the way. I love crash zooms.
Hopefully there's more in this movie.
Yes.
Thank God.
I was up there weeks ago.
I don't know about the dolls. you play with them, and then you make them pretty, and then you comb the hair.
Oh, yeah. This is all based on that fucking skit. I don't know if it's SNL or whatnot, but he's like, hello, my name is Arnold Schwarzenegger, here I am reviewing the movie.
Also, I love how fucking 90s this movie is that Schwarzenegger is wearing a Atlanta 1996 Olympic official t-shirt. Because as we all know, the 96 Olympics were the most 90 Olympics of them all.
Yeah, they were. They were. We have actually done a couple of other Christmas movies for the channel. The first one, I believe, was The Santa Claus. I think we did that with Brain Scratch. And the second one was done for the first Disney fun, I believe. And that was A Muppet's Christmas Carol. I did that with Kato. And I think Riddick as well. That was pretty fun.
You've done one more, but if I were to tell you, show just how much of a old nerdy fan I was.
Go on.
You've done Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh yeah, I did that with Ron years ago. But that's the cool thing about Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a bridge movie. You can watch it on Halloween, you can watch it at Christmas, but you can damn well watch it in between as well.
I do, all the time, non-stop. That's why no one comes over to my house for like 3 months.
Wow, I'm literally shitting myself in excitement, Jamie.
Shut up, kid, and eat your diabetes bowl.
I just realised, way back, I called Jake Lloyd Kaufman, as in Jake Kaufman, the composer for the Shovel Knight games. Fuck me, Tom, come on.
Is he fucking the reindeer too?
I don't know, there's a shot at the end of the movie, which is meant to be just, like, him surprised, spoilers, that a reindeer's inside his house, but I always got a double meaning from it.
So, rather than addressing the elephant in the room, are we gonna talk about the reindeer in the house?
You go the right way for a smack, I hope you realise.
Also, now I can't tell if he's flirting with Schwarzenegger too.
Yeah, Phil Hartman is just so goddamn charismatic, and again, R.I.P. I miss his characters on The Simpsons so much. Troy McClure, I was going to say Hans Moleman for a second. I was thinking of the lawyer's name. Who is that?
I don't remember, but so the Troy McClure dude. So he also did the voice for Blasto.
Yes, he did. Yeah,
and he's actually the reason why there's never been a Blasto sequel or like anything else from Blasto was because I guess like the studio was super underfunded, so he was helping a lot with like the creation of the game itself. He wasn't just voice acting. So when he passed away, they just kind of, out of respect for him, just stopped the entire Blasto franchise there. Because they figured like there's no reason for us to continue this if he's not a part of it.
Should I go into the story of like why he's not around anymore?
No, it's kind of weird. And really dark.
Yeah, really.
And not Christmas appropriate.
Fair enough, mate, fair enough. Where exactly in the US does this take place? Because I know it was filmed in the twin cities of Minneapolis and St. Paul, and it includes the Mall of America.
Oh, it does have the Mall of America in here. I know so many people who go there. Every fucking year, SGDQ rolls around, and everyone's got to take pictures at the Mall of America and bitch about how the Mall of America isn't that great. It's like, we get it. No one's expecting a fucking, like, kingdom of capitalism. It's just a mall.
There he is. Sinbad, the man himself, aka Mr. Smiley, in the first season of Steven Universe.
Out of all the roles that Sinbad played, NTom64 would pick the Steven Universe role.
Also, let me just clear something up. He didn't stop being Mr. Smiley because they couldn't pay his fee or anything. He was just too busy on tour to make it to the recording sessions.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm full of useless trivia. You should know this by now.
Yeah, it's just always so weird that, like, with a lot of these cartoon shows, that every little action has to be defended.
Yeah.
Because, like, the worst is assumed for any little thing. It's like, God, I honestly, like, I would accept an excuse of this character isn't voice acting in this episode because they were sick that day. I would accept that because human beings create art, and sometimes human beings get sick and they get tired, and sometimes they just don't want to do shit. So it's like, damn.
I mean, it's especially bad with the fusions, because they have established personalities and whatnot. I don't think anyone really cares if, say, Sour Cream doesn't talk in an episode, although I would be, because I love Sour Cream personally. But, getting off subject now, so Sinbad's one of the best parts of the movie, I'm not gonna lie.
Do you think they actually wrote him lines, or did they do the whole, like, Scrubs janitor thing and said, whatever Sinbad decides to say here as his line?
I don't know, but Arnold actually improvised his reactions and whatnot, so that's pretty cool. Oh my god.
Also, that wasn't an actress, that was just a bystander.
Alright, here comes the fucking E3 murder spree dash.
The murder spree dash. Hurry, there's only 3 boxes of Nintendo cereal left.
Jesus. You see that shit's up on eBay? Who's gonna buy cereal off eBay? Come on now.
A lot of people. So, I didn't really, like, go ham on it, but I certainly waited in line for my local Target to open up so I could get a couple of amiibos. That I did do, but I only did it, like, twice, and I only did it for the Smash Bros. Ones.
Uh-huh.
It was the only ones I really actually wanted the whole set. Like, I don't even give a crap about Animal Crossing, and while the Zelda ones look cool, and they're of characters I like, I just can't rationalize spending the money on them.
No, I haven't actually bought any amiibo since I got my precious Shulk. Let me just get him off the shelf here, hold him up to the mic. Can you hear that? I'm stroking the Monado.
Got a good rhythm going.
Thank you. Shut up, you. Shut up.
I was trying to think of which voice acting line. I had this, like, rad nauseum moment where all the lines were great. Like,
yeah. Let's not lose our heads, though. I kind of feel like Sinbad's well within his rights to just sock the dude in the face right now. Yeah, rip his head off, Arnold.
So, as someone who has been working retail this entire holiday season, I can say I probably empathize with their characters the most out of anyone else in this movie.
Uh-huh.
Yet at the same time, you know, you're just not allowed to get to that kind of level, so, you know, it's sort of a power fantasy game to see them at least talk shit. Too bad they had to waste it on Arnold Schwarzenegger. Take a clue, guys.
That was dirty, Sinbad.
RC cars. You know, I really thought that those would end up being, like, more and more popular with the ability to use your phone as, like, controllers. Like, why aren't there more and cooler RC cars?
I think what killed the love of RC cars for me is that I got one that could, like, jump and whatnot, but I could never get it to do it efficiently.
Oh. Mine was always just, you know, they couldn't go up any sort of incline more than 2 degrees.
Yeah. Can't find the Turbo Man doll. It's all out. Oh, your son will hate you now, and forever, Arnold.
This is such a timed movie because he literally could, in any other future, just go on eBay.
Yeah.
Just find it on Amazon. God, just Google Turbo Man and buy your son a Chinese knockoff.
Is that Bart Simpson's voice actress?
Is it? You had the list up.
I do. Let me see if I can get the cast here. The First Lady's in this movie for some reason. Yeah, her voice sounds really familiar. Let me bring up the IMDb. What the fuck?
What is with all the sexual tension in this fucking movie? All this promiscuity, all of this adultery in my wholesome American value Christmas movie? How dare you? How dare you, Christopher Columbus?
What's Bart Simpson's VA again?
Oh, you're asking the wrong person. I just know that the Aurora Borealis is conveniently located within Principal Skinner's kitchen, but I don't know who actually plays the people.
Alright, Bart Simpson, let me look this shit up. I'm on a quest now.
Nancy Cartwright?
Nancy Cartwright, okay, guitar left.
See, I thought it was that, but then I was like, but isn't that Lisa's voice? I don't know. I don't know Simpsons, guys. I only know Simpsons memes.
Okay, I'm not getting any Nancy Cartwright here, but that looked and sounded just like Nancy Cartwright. I'm not going off this tangent until I get a fucking answer to this. Jingle all the way.
I mean, it's basically a thematic mirror of the quest that Schwarzenegger is going on for a kid's toy.
It's not Nancy Cartwright, it's Yeardley Smith, Lisa's voice actress.
That's what it was. I was gonna say, it's like, I think you're hearing the wrong kid. I hear the other one, the spiky one.
Yeah, the spiky one.
The spiky one that can actually talk.
Where's the hair end and the head begin?
What are we?
Oh, the montage of pain. Oh, you will never have your son love you, Arnold. Ever. Ever!
Time for a history lesson, boys and girls. So, this whole phenomenon of all of these toys that are basically only existing to promote TV shows only started in the 80s because of Ronald Reagan. Ronald Reagan removed the essentially the regulation on the American market, saying that it was okay to sell toys as commercials. It was okay to make TV shows that were basically toy commercials.
Yeah.
And so that started the boom. That's what started the Transformers. That's what started, the Rainbow Brights and Strawberry Shortcake. That's why they all just magically appeared in the 80s and just overwhelmed nerd culture from then on. It's just kind of funny that it's still it's still going on, but in such different forms now. Like, it's kind of funny that Lego eventually got in on it, and now Lego's thriving off it.
Mm-hmm. Kind of hard to believe it in this day and age we'd have a Lego movie. I still haven't seen that. I kind of want to do a movie commentary on it at some point.
There's a Lego movie. There's a Lego Batman movie. Like, that's a subsection of a subsection.
Oh my god.
Of a fandom. And it's like, what? Like, that's just how prolific nerd culture is in American cinema, that you can pick this extremely specific fan base and just like, yep, it's not even original Batman, it's Lego Batman.
Oh yeah. By the way, I found Yoda Smith's credit. She was uncredited, but is here on IMDb. She is known as Woman Who Flirts with Howie.
And now another man is in Schwarzenegger's house. Like, he's gonna call that number, and then the true lesson of the holidays is that fuck it.
I just realised something you'd never realised as a child. Phil Hartman is trying to cook Arnold Schwarzenegger.
And he succeeds.
Almost. He almost succeeds. Spoilers, by the way.
Oh, right, because the power of a children's toy saves Arnold Schwarzenegger's marriage.
Truly, capitalism rules. USA! USA!
Like, why even have this? Why make Arnold Schwarzenegger's entire family life so bad? Like, he has issues with his kid. Isn't that enough? Why do you have to throw the extramarital affair?
Yeah, we had the classic line, put that cookie down! Man, I really could go for a Christmas cookie right about now, but no Christmas treats until the big shot comes a couple of days before the big day.
Oh, I've had quite a few Christmas treats already. Some very lovely patients where I work have brought me several Christmas cookies. I got some homemade tamales. It's great. It's one of the best parts of helping a lot of grandmas day in, day out, is that come Christmas, it all pays off.
Grandmas are like the sweetest, most dedicated drug dealers ever, but instead of drugs, they produce wonderful snacks.
Well, they're drug dealers too, bro. They just don't tell you.
I always wondered what that assorted candy was in their houses.
They were ahead of the game.
Fine. We're going to call this Team Schwarzenbad. Oh, yes.
You know what? That's probably for the best. Let's not even go with the second half of his name.
Oh, yeah. Bad. You know the rest.
Shouldn't he be, like, working? Actually doing his job?
No, you're insane.
I'm just saying, there are letters that are not getting delivered at this very moment. They probably paid overnight shipping and everything.
Here we go. The Mad Dash. Oh my god, I like snow. In fact, I love snow. What I don't like is ice on the pavements, especially with nothing to hold on to.
Agree 100%. Fucking hate ice. I'm just glad that I learned how to drive on ice, like, while learning to drive, so luckily it's pretty easy for me to do it, but driving on ice is scary as hell.
Let's hope the police cop wasn't around. Oh dear. It's not your day, is it, Howie?
Shit. You've riled up the piggies.
I'm gonna turn into a Christmas ham now. I fucking love Sinbad in this movie.
Why is the postman just so mad? Why is he evil?
Well, I think if you were paying attention to his little rant when the two first met, it was something to do with his wife and, like, being barely able to pay alimony and whatnot.
Like, I get it, he's in the exact same situation as Arnold here, but goddamn, dude, you don't need to be an evil postman.
Should I ever come over to America, will you take me to the Mall of America, Mexi?
No, I'll take you to better places.
Okay, well that works too, I guess, but I actually do want to visit the Mall of America.
Fine, we can go to the Mall of America just this once.
Nice. He's gonna bring out the guns in a second, goddamn.
This is my speaker box. It's the sign of my authority.
Oh, it's so 90s, goddamn.
Remember how Toy Story wouldn't let, or Hasbro wouldn't let Barbie be in Toy Story? And then Toy Story ended up being the greatest thing ever. And then they're like, please, put all the Barbies in your movie now.
Yeah, voiced by Jodie Benson, no less. That was a good commentary. We did that for the first Disney fun, didn't we?
We did. I don't know, it's kind of weird that with all the product placement of, like, you know, Captain America, Wolverine and stuff, that most of the toys here are just, they're knockoffs. I mean, Turbo Man himself is just kind of a Flash Superman knockoff. And cue the music.
Let me look up what songs are actually on this OST. We have Jingle Bells, of course, So They Say It's Christmas, Sleigh Ride, Run, Rudolph, Run, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year, which is playing now, Merry Christmas, Baby, Backdoor Santa, which I'm not going to comment on, The Christmas Song, Jingle Bell Rock, which is pretty great, Father and Son, Finale, and Deep in the Heart of Xmas.
That was assault right there. That was a crime. Sinbad is a criminal, evil postman now.
Well, he's about to get his.
You can't just incite a riot like that.
Why is Sinbad so good at, like, improv in this movie, but he can't run worth a shit? Is it just the boots he's wearing?
It's because he's a comedian. You know, he's good at talking, but get him to actually character act. It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
Let's just put him in a voice booth for a while.
I just want Arnold to pick up one of the kids and throw him towards the ball and say, catch this for me, please.
Get to the ball!
Get to the ball! Dude, this place is like a fucking wonderland.
I'm so nauseated by the colors.
Yeah, you're weak. And your bloodline's weak too. What noise was that? Ew!
Child, you are too big to be in that stroller. You can walk on your own just fine.
Are you male? Female? What's going on here?
It was the 90s. Haircuts were a thing on their own. We don't talk about it.
Yeah, the bowl cut. Jesus.
It was bad. Adults had mullets. Kids had bowl cuts. Women had side ponytails. It was awful times.
I don't know. The side ponytail works. Just look at Misty.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's the cut. You can't compare the world to the Queen.
My words exactly, mate. My words exactly. Did you ever go to, like, one of those indoor, like, play arenas? Like, I forget what it was called over here, but it had, like, the slides with these things, like the little rattling things.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I think they were called, like, Discover Zones.
Yes,
here or
Discovery
something.
Zone.
That was it. Yeah, I went to, like, one or two. I mean, those things quickly closed down in areas where I lived, because I never really lived in any huge cities. So they would open up and just, like, stay open for a year and then shut down, go bankrupt.
Well, at least you could work up a sweat and then get off and get a slushie right nearby.
What an awful little kid. Baka, hentai.
Give it to me! You have to me! This movie is too fun. I'm having a ball recording this, ironically.
He's just getting completely thrashed by a bunch of purses. Why do they all have big purses?
The 90s. Oh my god, I didn't realise we were watching Bad Santa.
This is another remnant of this being the 90s. Just little things like that just tell you that
little things. He has a name.
Don't do this to me. Don't make me that guy. It's not my fault. It's the 90s. They sucked.
Oh, he's like he's holding Turbo Man hostage or something.
We're gonna mail you the leg.
That reminds me of Scrubs, where JD's dad gets him, like, a part of a bike every birthday. He's like, do you want to go and take the handlebar for a ride?
Oh, no. I love Scrubs.
Yeah. Zach Braff actually did a tweet earlier today. At the time of recording, December 19th, 2017, to date this movie commentary. But he did a reenactment of the final monologue as written by a computer, and it made no sense, but it was beautifully acted.
Oh, the computer-generated Scrubs episode?
Yeah.
I loved when I read that. Have you seen the computer-generated Harry Potter book?
No, I haven't.
That one is amazing because it has such classic lines as, Ron was such a large bird to Harry. Harry did not like talking about birds.
Let me... Amazing. I'm going to look this up. Let's see. Computer-generated Harry Potter book illustrated. Harry Potter gets a weird new chapter from a computer. Let's see. Voldemort raised his eyebrows at Harry, who could not see anything at the moment. Not so handsome now, thought Harry, as he dipped Hermione in hot sauce.
Yum.
Delicious.
But yeah, if you're looking for more computer-generated goodness...
He's high-strung. He's being cooked by Phil Hartman. His son's going to be in Star Wars. It's complicated, okay?
You gotta cut Arnold some slack here, you know? Although, give him credit, as an actor, no role is beneath him. It doesn't matter if he's gonna play a pregnant man or Danny DeVito's twin. If you can get into Arnold Schwarzenegger's head, he'll act his heart out for you.
That's the Nicolas Cage method of acting. You know, just keep working. You know, it doesn't really matter if it's bad or not, just put it on your resume.
Law of averages, some of your roles are actually going to be really good.
Yeah, and who's to say that, like, a bad movie can't become a cult classic? That doesn't mean it's a good movie, but a lot of people enjoy watching it, and I think that's the case for Jingle All the Way.
We are literally watching it in the year of our Lord 2017. Honestly, the quality of the movie is irrelevant. It's now in the cultural consciousness.
I think, just looking at the reviews and whatnot, this was, like, the one part of the movie that got praised for, like, the dark comedy aspect.
Well, I mean, yeah, you kind of hit the nail on the head here. This is as close as it gets to Bad Santa, which is when you go... I feel Bad Santa is like Jingle All the Way rated R. Like, it's getting actually malicious against Christmas. This is just sort of like being a teenager, being snarky about Christmas.
Like, I don't mind a bit of cynicism every now and then, but I'm glad the movie balances it somewhat.
Well, with Christmas nowadays, like, you have to have that, because it is... like the true meaning of it, and then what is so like what we're bombarded with from the media, like it's two completely different things, and we have to acknowledge that Christmas is both and you can't accept one without the other now. Man, the holidays got really complicated.
Yeah, yes they did.
I thought Christmas would get easier when I found out that the magical red man didn't exist anymore.
I remember looking into the night sky upon a Christmas Eve many years ago and seeing lights in the sky and saying, there's Santa Claus, he's on his way. But alas, it was just the tail lights of an airplane.
Could have also been the International Space Station.
Maybe, but it was red and green.
Oh, then no. I'm a fan of Diet Santa there.
Yeah.
Do you think you can make a special request? It's like, Santa, diet, or Santa, extra large.
Crisis on Infinite Christmases.
Which one of these Santas is a yellow lantern?
Probably the one we don't get to see, because he's out spreading fear. Hell, it could even be Sinbad at this point in time, incognito.
It's actually the Futurama Santa.
Yes, it is, oh my god.
So, I always watch the Futurama Christmas episode, and kind of a weird personal one, I always watch the Grim Adventures of Billy and Mandy Christmas special. That one, I don't know, I just have a really weird connection with it. Every single year, I watch the scene where the tree collapses, everyone cheers, and then it spontaneously catches on flames, and everyone cheers louder, and I laugh. Every time. It's not a good joke, but it gets me.
Yeah, I think my favourite, like, Christmas cartoon special, if we're talking just cartoons and not actual Christmas specials, that are also cartoons, Hey Arnold.
Yep, that's another one.
Oh my god, when Mr. Wynn's daughter comes in my heart, goddamn.
Oh, yep, it's hurtful.
It's bomb. It's a bomb deal, isn't it? This is Mexican non-union equivalent. El Turbo Man.
No, it would just be Turbo Man. It would just be said with an accent.
Ooh, the fury of an Arnold scorned.
I can't believe he got them the region locked, Turbo Man.
I'm gonna kill you, Santa. I'm gonna disembowel you in front of the other Santas as an example.
This is the part where the movie kind of turns into Predator. Arnold Schwarzenegger just kills this Santa, slathers his face in the blood of his first kill, and just goes absolutely animal on the rest of the Santas. There is no escape. There is no mercy. You have incurred Arnold's wrath.
Instead of dun 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 dun, it's ho 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 ho. I know that's not Predator. I don't care.
How does this even make sense? Like, this is still when Arnold is a huge man, and this... I don't get how everyone can just mock him and then get surprised when he beats the shit out of all of them.
Well, that's meta, because we know how Arnold is in real life. Why? Well, you know what, whatever, let's just go with it. But these Santas don't give a shit.
Why is there a Santa ninja, though?
Nice.
Hello and welcome to the Dead Rising 5 playthrough.
I want a Dynasty Warriors mod that actually has Arnold with the candy cane. Oh my god, it's buff Santa.
North Pole Warriors. That could be taken a lot of different ways, Santa.
Nah, mate. Hurrah!
Cannonball Santa. What is up with the Santa in the back that's just swinging his arms? How much did you pay this man?
Well, I wasn't going to bring it up because, you know, it was a child actor, but when his son was getting his purple belt, there was a very unenthusiastic child in the background, barely bringing his hands together, clapping. Bit of a Total Recall moment, too.
What is this movie?
I wish he exploded for no reason. That's one of my favourite Simpsons gags, where Bart's waiting for Homer to pick him up from, like, soccer practice, and the nun flies off in the wind and just explodes for no reason. This isn't funny!
And then there's the Santa man pile, and then the police show up. It's the Grinch.
I wish I'd, like, put, like, the option for the live-action Grinch movie on the Patreon poll now, come to think of it.
I would have commentated over that, too.
I fucking love that movie. I don't care what anyone says.
I love it, too. Jim Carrey's really good in that movie. Jim Carrey
is
pretty
yeah.
good he's pretty good when you put him in a big suit. He's, like, the less artsy... Oh, what's his name? It's Doug Jones, isn't it? The guy who's in, like, all the Guillermo del Toro movies in costume?
I'm not entirely sure, but I know it was directed by Ron Howard.
Yeah. But, like, there's one actor that's in all of those. Like, he's the Fawn, he's Abe Fishman. Like, his expertise is he always plays characters that involve hours of makeup.
Uh-huh.
So, he's like a less artsy version of him.
It was Jim Carrey in the Grinch outfit.
Yeah.
Oh, are you talking, like, shots from behind or stunts, etc.?
Stuff like that, yeah. But Jim Carrey's good in a costume. And that's like a special kind of acting, so props for people who can do it.
Wow, we're almost halfway through the movie. Like, I don't know whether it's just because I'm enjoying myself, but I think it's flown.
It's... A lot of things have flown. Little people, toys, balls, purses. Why not time of healings? I think we've all explored a little bit of what Christmas means to some of us.
Oh no, we're not going to get a, what the fuck is that movie where the guy tries to commit suicide and an angel's like, maybe you shouldn't commit suicide, and then the guy's like, yeah, maybe I shouldn't commit suicide on Christmas.
I think that's A Christmas Story.
No, I think it's A Wonderful Life, actually. It just came to
A Wonderful Life, that's the one. That's it.
I actually caught a bit of that last Christmas, and it wasn't too bad.
It's a classic. I mean, it's an actual good film, and that's what I think it was kind of famous for at first, and then it's just... Now it's famous as, like, the Christmas classic.
What is going on in this movie? Everybody loves Ted.
Even his kids love Ted. Ted's children will soon become one with Ted. Ted is actually a cult leader, and he's recruiting everyone into his new religious faction with the lure of Christmas cookies and reindeer pets.
Actually, it's funny, you don't know about the background lore to this movie. On this cul-de-sac, it's always Christmas. It's kind of funny how that works.
That's why Arnold Schwarzenegger's just constantly stressed out of his mind.
Seriously.
Merry Christmas! I can't get Mom. She's having sex with the neighbors, Dad.
Wait, what? Oh, she's just watching a television show called Sex with the Neighbors.
On ABC Family. You think I'm joking, but like every show on that channel now is like a bunch of teens that are having sex with their teachers and how their lesbian parents are okay with it. Like, I don't get it.
I don't really get where the lesbians factor into it. Whatever floats your boat, I guess.
No, like, because every ABC Family show also has like oddly thrown in same-sex parents. It's like, okay, cool. Everyone has same-sex parents now.
Even me, and even you.
Even Arnold Schwarzenegger.
You know what the biggest plot hole in this movie is? That Jamie doesn't have... Oh, wait. On the one hand, he has a point. On the other, what a cunt.
On the other hand,
I just called a child a cunt. What the fuck is wrong with me?
Merry Christmas. He is a cunty little child, though.
I completely forgot what I was going to say. I don't think it matters. To be honest, it wasn't funny anyway.
Nothing matters. It's Christmas.
Give me some gin. Brandy. I want to put it right into my liver.
Right into my food hole.
Hi. I've always remembered that line for some reason.
'Tis the season to get your ass beat for being a liar.
He's a manipulative little shit as Sinbad's character, but I think that's what makes him so entertaining. And also, I don't think he was initially enthusiastic to take the role to play a villain. Oh, I was right. Because he thought it would tarnish his family-friendly comedy act.
Okay.
Yeah. I've never actually seen Sinbad perform stand-up, have you?
Nah, not really. I assume he's good.
Well, he has been in many a show as the butt of a joke.
It keeps him family friendly, I guess.
Yep. He's still touring, though, which is pretty cool.
That's good for him. I'm always happy when celebrities can be successful.
Yep. Movies and TV shows, best known for starring Sinbad. The Sinbad Show, obviously. Jingle All the Way, First Kid, House Guest, A Different World.
First Kid. When you had to be the what was he, like the security guard or some shit?
I don't know. I've never even heard of it, but I have heard of Corey in the House.
Corey, best anime ever.
I love the Raven arc. I think that's the best one.
The Raven arc.
Have you seen any of the new That's So Raven? I think it's called Raven's Home.
I think you mean Raven's dad? Boruto's dad? But yeah, no, I think it's like Raven's house or something.
Yeah, we don't go to Raven's home. Would have been a bit too on the nose.
Well, like, because that wasn't even the first time they did something like that, because they did Girl Meets World for the sequel to Boy Meets World, and then that lasted for a hot minute and got cancelled.
Yeah, the only, full bit of that I've watched was where Eric meets Tommy again, and Will Friedle never lost it. He was perfect.
Will Ferrell has always been a good actor.
What the fuck is going on, Mexi?
They just left the camera, they let Sinbad do his thing, and then they hand the footage to an editor, and that editor earned his paycheck that day.
Fair play to Arnold. He never corpsed. At least you can't see him corpsing.
He doesn't. He generally seems interested, but I've heard, he probably just has an interested resting face, because I've heard from people that, meeting Arnold Schwarzenegger, that he's always, a pleasant man to meet, and, he shakes your hand, and he puts on a good show that he cares what you're talking about, but come on, it's Arnold Schwarzenegger. He doesn't give two shits about you.
He strikes me as a professional, work-wise, so maybe that can come across as a bit standoffish. I don't know.
Nah. 'Cause it's weird. I'd like to meet celebrities. That'd be fun. What the? Okay. Yep. Just footage of the child consuming alcohol.
No, it was Ribena or something. It's fine.
Right.
That's the moral of the movie.
No, dude, alright? They just didn't make enough of the NES Classic. You're just gonna have to get one off eBay for 6 times the price.
Am I gonna look up the distributors and, like, producers and makers of Turbo Man and find out that Nintendo co-financed it?
Basically, this is all one giant prophecy of Nintendo's distribution practices. The hunt for the Turbo Man is the hunt for the NES Classic, the SNES Classic, the Mini SNES Classic, and now Nintendo Cereal.
Jeez. I hope when Pikmin 4 rolls around, instead of, like, treasures or fruits, you have to find amiibos buried in the ground.
Honestly, that would be kind of cute to do that, just since all the other... Most of the landscape is, like, trash items, right? Cool, yeah, I mean, why not in an old abandoned amiibo?
Or have them as, like, the achievement collectibles amongst the other trash that you have to pick up.
Oh, that'd be cute.
Thank you.
Why is this guy not calling the cops for 2 grown adults fighting in his diner?
He's chill as fuck, mate. He don't care.
Alright, he's just gonna let them until one of them dies. He's like, I'll help you bury the body. Merry Christmas!
Okay, that was a line. Although Arnold is the king of one-liners, let's be honest.
I always remembered this scene. This was the scene that was, like, vividly in my mind, remembering how bad this movie was. Like, Arnold Schwarzenegger just running down the street, listing off the reindeers.
Oh, I think the best part of the movie is coming up now.
I think I also remembered it because I always really liked, like, radio call-in contests as a kid. Because, like, I would always know the answer, but I would always just be too young to call in, so... And I just always liked, like, you can just run to a radio station? Oh shit, why didn't I know that?
Do you recognize this dude?
I do. I just don't know his name.
I can't put a name to a face either, but he was Sabrina's principal on Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Oh shit, he is! Except now he has a ponytail.
And you gotta remember, I grew up watching stuff like Nickelodeon and whatnot, so whenever I saw a familiar face in a different show or movie, I was like, oh my god, it's the crossover of the century!
It's the crossover. All of my timelines are colliding.
Oh my god.
See, you can make this joke in the 90s because 9/11 hadn't happened yet.
Yep.
Nowadays... Yep, nope, you would not have a joke about a bomb in your Christmas movie in the 21st century.
The payoff to this is, mwah, it's beautiful. Put that bomb down! I wish I had a quarter, nay, a fifth of Sinbad's passion for anything in life.
I want Schwarzenegger's negotiating tactics. This whole movie has just been him making a negotiating deal after deal. Like, he's talked his way out of pretty much everything until that doesn't work out, and then he starts punching and throwing little people.
No, I'm not laughing at you, Sinbad. No one would ever laugh at you, Sinbad.
I don't see what moral high ground he has to stand on to laugh at Sinbad. That's a satin vest. Why does he have, like, a felt satin vest?
Alright, 'tis the season, mate.
'Tis the season for bad 90s fashion. Just FYI, you don't really want to shake bombs, alright?
Well, yeah, you have some experience disabling the fuckers.
I mean, I learned about it, but never did it myself.
Fair enough.
Don't open the bomb box.
It's cool. It's just a music box. Ooh,
And then it blows up.
You in trouble now, Sinbad, with your fucking fingers gloves.
Are you guys under the impression that I will not call the cops because you're fighting again?
Jeez.
These guys are a public menace.
Yeah, well, no, they're a force of chaos that actually cannot be intervened with.
They actually... See, this movie is a weird thing where Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad are actually demigods, like they're forces of nature. They are the embodiment of the holiday spirit, like the misdirected compassion, like the servitude to the community, and then they just go and spread chaos throughout the city.
By the way, did you notice that thing that they got past the radar? Sinbad was given the finger guns.
Ooh. And but he's worried about his child family-friendly image. So you can be a bad guy and still be family-friendly, but why are you gonna make him do gun points? And now lots of guns. It's,
Christmas ham, we meet again.
just excessive force, guys? Nah, alright. Another bomb.
Satire. Perfect satire.
There's a reason we call it going postal.
I love this movie so much.
Merry Christmas. We have a police standoff and a bomb threat.
Enjoy. As the doors were closing, he realised, shit, snakes don't really have ears.
He knew all along. Sinbad is no fool. Yeah, so why didn't you keep your gun up and keep both of them from running away then? Boom.
Wait for
He
it.
shakes the box.
Here we go. The big reveal.
Nice.
Oh, here it is. The best line. Oh my
He's
god.
not dead. That's good.
That was like a Super Mario bomb or something.
I mean, it left him looking like the Goomba guy.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, Mickey. My car. My precious car.
Wow.
It's Christmas and everything is going wrong.
Too happy.
Practicing the speech to appease the child. I think I've been there, but in the opposite direction.
I practice every social interaction well in advance.
Yeah. In fact, it's amazing how you can, like, have an entire movie's worth of commentary in your brain and just rattle it off when the time comes.
It's even worse when you rattle it all off, and then you're looking like, oh shit, there's still half a movie.
Oh,
what
shit.
are we gonna do?
Oh shit, there's still 80 minutes left. Here we see people directly out of Charles Dickens' time.
Complete with impoverishedness, likely syphilis, and of course, pneumonia.
I mean, if you're gonna do it, you have to be genuine about it.
At least 3 of you have to start getting tuberculosis about now.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, guys. One of you isn't leaving here. Possibly the children, because that probably happened back in the day as well, when he went out into the cold to sing.
Tiny Tim. They didn't tell you when he died or what he was doing when he died, but like, chances are, he was probably out caroling.
I don't think I put a star on the Christmas tree in many a year, but then again, I haven't made the Christmas tree in many a year, because my mum's always like, oh, we're gonna make the tree, and I'm like, okay, just give me a shout when you're ready, and she does it by herself, and I'm like, you don't need to enable my laziness, I'll activate that myself, thank you very much.
Yeah, growing up, we had a star sometimes we had a treetop or angel. Yeah, and then what happened was, when I was living with myself, I had a tiny tree and it was already made up, so I would just put it like on the desk.
Ah.
And I think that one had like a little star on top.
Hmm.
But you can substitute it with other things you would like, such as amiibos, or figmas, or I don't know, you can put like a cup of pudding on top of your tree if you want.
Knowing, like, Tanner, and I've done commentary with him now, so I'm essentially his bestest friend and can make these type of comments about him, just put a titty figure on top of the tree.
Titty figure? Cool. Some of them big ol' anime titties.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Mr. Mr. Phil Hartman's child, let's see how you enjoy being cooked at Christmas yourself.
That kid's already getting a reindeer for Christmas.
Oh, what cooks around goes around.
Right? Fuck my kid, fuck with yours.
Oh my god, you're not married to the woman.
Are they singing to the tree?
They're just singing outside and hoping someone opens the door.
These carolers are set on automatic. They're like a motion sensor. Anything just comes to their field of vision. We wish you a Merry Christmas. A squirrel runs by. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
I will like how Phil, I keep saying the actor's name, I'm sorry, it's a reflex, a comedic reflex. I like how Ted keeps trying to get it on with, fuck it, Arnold's wife, but she's not having any of it. A less well-written movie would just have her go with it.
Also, why is Arnold Schwarzenegger trying to ruin Johnny's Christmas? He's done nothing wrong, okay? Just because he didn't give Sonic Forces a perfect score doesn't mean you can take his Christmas presents.
Wait a minute. Ted's here. Johnny's here. Where's Ryan and Lewis exactly?
That's the reindeer's name, and that was what the short Santa's name was.
Thank you. There you go. Oh, it can't be a Christmas movie without a bit of animal action.
I was gonna say, it can't be a 90s Christmas music without some reindeer animatronic at some point. Like, this had it, Santa Claus had it, Santa Claus 2 had it. Like, man, everyone just really wanted to see a reindeer in a house.
That kind of reminds me, when he locks the reindeer in the front room, that kind of reminds me of the bit in Jumanji, when Alan Partridge, what the fuck is his second name? Alan, whatever, he locks the lion in the bedroom.
Yep. I love everything about Jumanji. It's not a perfect music, but I love it.
Music? You said that twice now.
But I love it so much.
I love that music. Is this blasphemous?
I don't know. Like, I feel like we are going to hell, but I don't feel that it's for this particular reason.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus and the orphans. He's sleeping alone tonight, whatever happens.
He was sleeping alone regardless, because she was going to have a sleepover with her best friend, what's-his-face. Johnny's Turbo Man. I mean, it was Black Friday, and the TVs were on sale. And, yeah, the Turbo Man dolls were on the other side of the store, so... who wants to watch Game of Thrones on high def?
When did Black Friday start? I'm going to look at this. Let's see. City merchants also started to use the term and describe the long lines and shopping mayhem. It became this comical reference to downtown Philadelphia following Thanksgiving. However, in 1961, there was a push to rebrand the day as Big Friday.
Yeah, I've heard that. And I know like a lot of people recently are trying to change it to, was it like Crazy Friday or Mad Friday or something?
Well, did these people not realize that black can mean, like, disastrous, or, I don't know, dooming?
Or just dark? The man punched out a reindeer, and yet his wife still hates him.
If I was his wife, that would just get me wet.
Exactly. Like, I just don't... What does she see in him? It's like, ooh, he likes Christmas carols. Yeah, but can he punch out a reindeer? No, that is not a fit man.
Right.
It's like, thanks, buddy, but I think you love your dad a little too much there.
Yeah, talk about idol worship. Okay, yeah, this animatronic is really on the nose.
Also, even more alcohol.
Yeah. Well, you know, you got him onto the stuff. You got to create a dependence and then slowly wean him off instead of going cold turkey.
I'm just saying, like, this This is one actually really depressing holiday for him.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's all put in this comical light, but I mean, the guy clearly has a drinking problem. He's just trying his best, but his workaholic tendencies just got in the way, and no one's cutting him any slack. No one sees his point of view in all this.
It's the 90s, and he's the breadwinner. Don't forget, there were still a lot of, the words come in, patriarchal values at the time.
Yay! I got him to say it. Also, sparkly Santas.
Oh, yeah. Alright, let's see where Sonic is. If I recall, he's actually in the movie, or maybe it was Pikachu.
I don't think it was Pikachu just yet, but I was gonna make the Pikachu balloon joke.
We've got a bit of Hanukkah, got some balloons.
For the balloon festival of December.
Yeah, Balloonivus.
Balloonivus. Wintertainment. Because fuck it.
I hate my job.
No, that's just what happens to your personality when enough hairspray integrates with your brain cells. Eventually, the hairspray starts taking over.
They were just having fun with their roles, really.
Right? It's like, well, Samantha, if it wasn't for the Botox that has sent your facial expressions to shit, you would be looking just as surprised as I was.
Why don't you go back to your home on Whore Island? That's another of my favourite movies, by the way.
I love news anchor banter. I think that's why I love the Anchorman movie so much. It's just a whole movie of that shit.
I watched that with Helldragon for the first time. Well, his first time, anyway. He was laughing all the time, but he said the story wasn't as good as he was expecting. He would have preferred more news anchor stuff, and I can kind of agree, honestly.
It is. It's a funny movie with a bad plot.
Yeah. The woolly hat, a Christmas staple.
And Jamie, if you see any or if you see any postmen, run away from them. You saw that news story about the explosion, right? Oh, there is Sonic. Cool. So this is now canon to Sonic Forces, right?
Yeah. I think, the Tick!
Oh, and Paddington Bear?
Yeah, oh my god.
This is the ultimate fighting game crossover. Gumby?
Yeah, you got a lot of airtime there for some reason.
I would totally main Madeline. I hear she has good anti-airs.
Cat in the Hat. We were talking about the live-action Grinch earlier. You want a bad movie along those lines, look no further than the live-action Cat in the Hat, my friend.
That movie's just weird. I don't even know if I actually like that movie.
It's got a mean streak to it.
It's such a mean movie. Dude, there's a dirty hoe joke. The cat cuts his tail off. And, like, everyone's just a ripe asshole. Look, I'm so sorry your shitty husband was so shitty, but your best friend is right here for you.
You know, we could bang one out in the car and get back to the kids before they even miss us. Laid it on the little thick there, Ted.
I feel like at the end of this movie, Ted's just gonna end up posting on the internet about how mad he is that nice guys end up in the friend zone. See? Best friends.
Yeah. And yes, in case you haven't noticed, we are very quickly moving into the finale of the movie here.
I honestly would have been okay with the Santa Depot being the finale. Like, it really could have been. Hell, even the bomb scene could have been like a mini, anticlimactic finale. But this movie has 3 fucking climaxes that we gotta get through. Because it's still not over.
I'm gonna read a couple of reviews from the Wikipedia page here. The film received a 17% approval rating at Rotten Tomatoes, where it has 35 negative reviews out of 42 counted. Audiences, polled by CinemaScore, gave the film an average grade of B+ on an A+ to F scale, meaning it is scored higher than The Last Jedi. No, I'm just kidding. Emmanuel Levi felt the film highly formulaic and criticised Levant's direction as little more advanced than a television sitcom, although he felt Hartman, Wilson, and Conrad were not not given much opportunity to shine. Due to the script, he opined that Schwarzenegger has developed a light comic delivery, punctuated occasionally by an ironic one-liner, while Sinbad has good moments. Neil Jeffries, of Empire disagreed, feeling Schwarzenegger to be wooden and Sinbad to be trying desperately to be funnier than his hat, but praised Lloyd as the saving grace of the film.
I agree with both, and I don't know why.
Yeah.
Because it is true, like, if you look at this movie, like, actually critical, yeah, like, Schwarzenegger's wooden and shit, but if you want to watch this movie with a little nostalgia here and there, and, you know, with some friends, maybe a little eggnog, and bam, now all of a sudden, Schwarzenegger is a symbol of Christmas.
Oh man, I sense wacky parade shenanigans coming on. A misunderstanding, if you will.
Right, mistaken identity, misunderstanding. It's just not a family movie without conflict like this. We can't have people actually be awful. It's all just misunderstandings.
Also, I love how he's so ripped, but he can't even make it to his kid's karate recital or whatever.
Like, you'd think that he could at least reschedule it.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen him beat the shit out of a bunch of Santas. I'm sure he can convince the sensei in the dojo to push the recital back a little.
Push that dead back! What the fuck? There's that dark humor coming out of fucking nowhere again.
I mean, sure. The lots of smoking, lots of drinking at Christmas.
Jeez. Barney the dinosaur, my favorite Christmas animal. Trademark, I think you're fine.
How are they even allowed to? Well, I guess they're referencing the books then, right?
Yeah.
So they would be referencing the book and then you can't say the movie.
Oh my good god.
Close your mouth, Arnold. You'll catch flies.
Dude, Brain has guitar solo, I'm not gonna lie.
Right? How do we make Christmas cooler? Add guitar solos to the parade.
I'm not gonna lie, if Turbo Man was a real thing, and I can't actually remember whether they made toys for the film, I'd buy one in a heartbeat, or I'd ask to be bought one.
You actually can buy a Turbo Man action figure off eBay.
Wow.
It's either made or they stole it from the set, but there is actually a Turbo Man toy floating around here or there.
I mean, Buzz Lightyear is essentially the same thing, let's be honest here.
Buzz Lightyear is Turbo Man, but even better because he's real.
And they did come out with multiple updates to the Buzz Lightyear base toy as the years went by.
Oh yeah, because when Toy Story 2 came out, they made a bunch of stuff just based off of the concept of that game world that they showed. So, you know, they gave Buzz his nighttime form, glow in the dark, and then when Buzz Lightyear of Star Command came out, then it was like, shit, here's even more characters, here's the entire Space Ranger cast, so they made toys for all them too.
I'm going to read you a positive one now.
Yeah.
IGN's Mike Drucker praised its subject matter as one of the few holiday specials to directly deal with the commercialization of Christmas. Kind of true, actually. Although he felt the last 25 minutes of the film let it down. Well, that's a bit, considering we're cruising through them right now. As the first hour or so had some family entertainment, in quotation marks for some reason, value, if taken with, more quotation marks, a grain of salt. He concluded the film was a member of the so corny it's good genre, I agree, while Arnold delivers plenty of one-liners ripe for soundboard crank callers. Again, agreed. Jamie Malanowski of the New York Times praised the film's satirical premise, but felt it was full of unrealized potential because the filmmakers wrongly equate mayhem with humor. Roger Ebert, God bless his soul, gave the film 2.5 stars, writing that he liked a lot of the movie, which he thought had energy, in quotation marks, and humour which he thought would have mass audience appeal. He was, though, disappointed by its relentlessly materialistic view of Christmas, and by the choice to go with action and mild violence over dialogue and plot. Kevin Carr of 7M Pictures concluded that while the film is not very good, as a form of family entertainment, it is surprisingly fun. I agree with all of that.
Agreed, on all those counts. Seems like everyone has a pretty good idea of what Jingle All the Way is. It's a movie that's fun, but not good, that has something to say, but doesn't say it well.
Yeah, exactly. It's like me trying to do commentary.
I was going to say, like, I can relate.
Yeah. It's him, the chosen one. He will destroy the Jedi.
Oh, no.
Don't know what voice that was, but sure she wasn't Arnold Schwarzenegger. God? Oh my god.
Why is Turbo Man Eastern European?
For that matter, why don't I have the accent? This doesn't make a lick of sense.
For the longest time, I thought he was adopted.
Yeah, I mean, it would make sense.
Yeah, small child, run into the middle of the street right in front of the float. Boom, gets run over.
Yep. Jingle all the way to the grave.
Jingle all the way to the emergency room.
Come up and receive your prize in lieu of my poor parenting skills.
Come receive your idol.
This doll will be my new father.
And thus is the origin story of Toy Story.
They should have put Turbo Man in, like, Toy Story 3. I think that would have been amazing.
Who made this movie? This is a Fox movie, isn't it?
Let me have a little looky-poo here. 20th Century Fox, yeah, which ironically is now owned by Disney.
I was gonna say, so yep, now you can get Turbo Man in Toy Story.
How do you feel about Toy Story 4, by the way, before we address this nonsense?
Unnecessary, and that's about it. I'll still watch it. I'll most likely enjoy it, but I will still deem it unnecessary.
Toy Story 3 kind of falls flat for me, like, every time I try to watch it again. I guess maybe we'll cover it for Disney Fun Free, if enough of you want to see it.
Yeah. Well, I like Toy Story 3. I like what it does. It actually has some of my favorite, like, movie moments, so that's why, like, to me, I felt a true conclusion from 3, but I know that some people have that exact same feeling for 2, so I completely understand.
Damn!
I like Booster.
Oh my god. They're gonna pull off the costume and he'll just be dead.
I like how none of the children in this entire movie are well-behaved, or even semi-decent. They're all greedy, violent. Well, I mean, with parents like you saw in the toy store, it's no surprise that all the kids are shitty. Just all the people, period, are shitty.
They're just going with this, really? Like, no one has noticed something is amiss.
No.
I could have sworn he said something else beginning with D there for a second.
Again, remember, they had a bomb explosion at the local radio station, and yet they're still okay having the Christmas parade. Like,
Jesus.
There's no heightened security, there's no cancellation due to terrorist attack. Nah, just bombing? Psh, whatever. Christmas, man.
Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Jetpack activate. Oh my god, it's the Potty Patrol!
The demon team.
Oh, my balls! There were a lot of ball-kicking jokes in 90s movies.
There was a lot. Like, that was our one line of attack. My favorite ball kicks are probably from King of the Hill, though, when Bobby took a self-defense class.
That's my purse! I don't know you!
I don't know you! That's right, I don't have any balls.
Come on, Arnold. You were in many an action movie, I think.
This is all just so violent, like, this is gonna break out in riot.
I can kind of see what that one review was talking about in the last 25 minutes. It was a bit... it's still entertaining, just not as, like, deep as the first hour or so.
Right? Like, it's trying to build up and be climactic and be so huge, but It's just still doing the same thing we did before. Like, the fight against all the Santas was a more interesting fight than him punching whoever those people were, like, on the float. And then Sinbad was funnier at the radio station than he is in this line. Like, everything that they're doing in this last scene, they've already done, and they did it better earlier in the movie. So now we're left with this, and the actual ending is pretty underwhelming.
Never! Oh, he said it, okay.
He actually literally said it. That's just how bad the writing is, that even when you make fun of it, the movie's 3 steps ahead of you.
From my point of view, Dementor is evil. I have that!
Lady, you do know that it's not real? Oh, it's real.
She's fucking coked off her ass, mate. Everything's real to her.
The air molecules are so real right now.
Man, I'm not sure how I feel about this remake of The Rocketeer.
Oh, it just doesn't live up to the original's glory.
Oh, that green screen.
I love the 5th opening of One Piece.
That just went straight over my head, much like Arnold is currently going over the heads of the populace.
I'm so glad that all the CG improved in movies before Spider-Man eventually was made.
Yeah, for sure. Also, how has the army not mass-produced this? This jetpack is perfect!
It's like, how is your jetpack better than all the others? It works. Nope, he doesn't got you.
Take Sonic out, end it before it starts!
Well, what year did this movie come out? What Sonic were we at? Are we saving the franchise before Doom, or are we preventing future glory?
Well, this was 96. I believe Sonic & Knuckles was a year before, so Sonic games release order. Thank you, Wikipedia. Very helpful. 1996, we have Sonic Blast.
Oh, so, yeah, let's just stop it there.
Yeah,
Good.
kill him, dive bomb him.
It's like, man, Sonic games are all great, except that last one that they made, but good thing they stopped there.
Yeah. Oh man, it's just turned into Looney Tunes at this point.
It really is. This isn't even owned by Warner Brothers.
I'll give Disney a few years, I'm sure they'll manage.
Yep, I await our dystopic future with our entertainment overlords, but goddammit, the crossovers are gonna be so good!
Oh, hang on, I think I'm getting a text message. You are now owned by Disney. Huh, that was fast.
I can't wait for the Hellfire Comms World in Kingdom Hearts 6.
Oh, that's gonna be so depressing. Hey-ah!
No, see, so you have to draw a line of a path for the boomerang to take in order to solve the puzzle.
Oh yeah, we recently covered that in Spirit Tracks.
Boomerangs and Christmas they go together. Zelda knows it, Jingle All the Way knows it, you now know it. So go celebrate the holiday season the way it's intended, with your boomerang.
The green screen is so hilarious. Oh, yeah, you didn't think you were gonna keep that after all this fucking terrorism, did you?
Right? You know, armed bomb, assault, robbery, child endangerment.
Another black man unfairly prosecuted by the American justice system.
It's just not right. It's just not right.
All he did was kidnap a child dressed as a supervillain and try to take him to his magical lair.
Look, he was ruining one kid's Christmas to save another kid's Christmas. If you look at it that way, he's actually committed a net zero crime.
Yeah, he's negative criminal right now.
At zero, neutral, no crime was committed. Do these people still think that this is all a show? Like, did any of them eventually catch on that maybe that was an actual real kid, not an actor in danger?
Maybe, but maybe they're just... It's a distraction from the Christmas mayhem and all the divorces and shit that's going on right now.
They're all already dead inside. Let's one more.
Bless you, Turbo Man. I shall not screw your brains out as a form of reward.
Right? It's like, that other dude just made cookies and had her watch Christmas carols, and that got her wet. Could you imagine what saving her kid will do?
It'll be like the opening of Sonic Adventure, where chaos floods Station Square.
Boom.
And then Arnold's head comes out of the building and forms. Oh, jeez.
And then all's well that ends well. Sinbad.
No, Sinbad's career has been fucking destroyed. And I know because I'm your father, Jimmy. I know intimate details about your personal life.
But why does he still have the voice modulator?
Really? You couldn't tell it was him?
She couldn't tell either. That's the even bigger mystery.
Well, apart from my job, which I love even more, but you know, whatever puts food on the table.
I'm married to my job. That's great and all, but, you know, you're gonna need those full-time hours to maintain the rent on that house and pay for all your kids' necessities.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, you know, he loved them so much.
Commercialism wins! USA! USA!
USA! USA! USA!
Oh, son of a bitch.
His hands are still burnt from a bomb going off in his hands.
Hey? Props to the continuity, I guess.
And the bomb.
He's a tragic villain, I think. Much like Anakin himself.
This is just evil helping evil out. It's just, you know, that evil bro code. And I think that's like a good part of this movie is that he's not just a psycho crazy guy. That him and Arnold's character were doing literally the exact same thing.
Yeah.
But two men driven mad by the holiday spirit.
Fuck yes! Oh, I love it!
And then Arnold's like, Jamie, you know I'm not just gonna dress up in this costume every time you ask me, right?
That's not how it works, Mexi, you ignorant slut. They're taking him. Oh no, he's going to be encased in marble forever.
He's this year's sacrifice to the Christmas spirits of prosperity.
Ho ho ho, holy shit, you're going to hell. Do you predict a white Christmas where you are, mate?
No. I was supposed to get snow today, and I'm looking outside, and there are currently no clouds above the desert.
Aww.
Yeah. Which is weirding me out, because like I'm so used to snow by September being in Colorado, and now that I'm in New Mexico, it's December. It still hasn't snowed once, and I'm kind of freaking out.
Why did they make a New Mexico? I thought the original was perfectly fine.
Well, because America really isn't good at naming its lands.
I'm 50 years late to that joke, I think.
Oh, it was pretty bad, bro.
Well, it's Jingle All the Way. I ain't going any higher than a B. What? Christmas. It's fine. Okay, mate, that was Jingle All the Way. What are your thoughts overall?
I mean, we read enough reviews, and I agree with all of them. This is probably one of my... It's a classic Christmas movie that I agree to watch every once in a while. You know, it's just to look at how fun it is, to make fun of it, just to have a good time, not take anything too seriously, but at the same time, you know, see something that actually doesn't paint Christmas in that perfect rose tint that most Christmas movies tend to do.
It's not a good movie, but it is a so bad it's good movie. I like Arnold and Sinbad, they play off each other really well. Jake Lloyd's fine, Arnold's wife was great, Phil Hartman, he was just mugging his little heart out, God bless him. And it did have something to say about commercialism, but I feel the last 25 minutes do let it down a little bit, so I'd give it like... either a 6.5 or a very, very low 7, I think.
I agree with that. This is a movie that is passable.
Well, we've still got a lot of commentary today, so I'll wish you all a Merry Christmas, and I guess we'll see you next time for another Hellfire Comms and movie commentary. Goodbye.